The NBA. The NBA is fantastic right now, man. A lot of good stuff, man. Right off the back, man, you got the Sixers on top of the East, 5-0, the last unbeaten team in the NBA, winning without Embiid in Portland, in dramatic fashion, being down 21 and hitting a clutch three-pointer to win the game. Sixers are striving, but on the Western side, my Lake Show, the Lakers Showtime, baby, it's back. The Lakers being 5-1 after being in San Antonio last night. Best team in the West so far. It's my prediction for the finals with everybody. Sixers and Lakers in 6 in the finals. And it's right now it's looking really good, man, early on. The Lakers are just filling themselves out right now, too, which is crazy. It's crazy. AD already had a 40-20 game in 3 quarters. It's never been done before in the history of basketball. LeBron already has his second triple-double in a row. Kyle Kuzma's back. Kuz. That boy drops buckets. The Lakers got the best big man group in basketball right now. With AD, Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee. That's right, JaVale McGee. Straight from his Shaq and a fool. The Lakers are big and bad, and that is a team you don't want to face in the playoffs. And let's not forget that there's a small possibility that DeMarcus Boogie Cousins, my man Boogie, might be back for the playoffs, man. Another big body. Even if he gives you 10 minutes, it's Boogie Cousins. The Lakers are a big, bad team led by one of the greatest players in all time in LeBron James. One of the best ever. And he's I guess Frank Vogel, props to Frank Vogel for giving LeBron ample rest time throughout these games, man. Like, if you watch the substitution patterns, like, LeBron is getting ample rest, which is important because you want a fresh LeBron in the playoffs. You want a fresh AD in the playoffs. And the Lakers have depth. People wasn't sure about it, but they really do have depth. And they have 3-and-D guys, and Danny Green and Avery Bradley, KCP. Like, the Lakers are good. They're scary good. Back on the Sixers for a second, man, because the Sixers, who will come out the East, health willing, right? God willing on their health, because you don't want to see anybody go down, man. That's the worst thing to me. Like, I hate to see an athlete go down, man. That just breaks my heart, man. Because I never had that type of injury in any sport that I played. Oh yeah, well, one time I did break my forearm during semi-pro football, but we didn't even stop the game. It was crazy. Like, I made a tackle at the goal line, helmets collided on my wrist. We didn't stop the game or nothing. I was just like, oh, this kind of hurts. I was in denial. We ran the next play. We ran that goal line stat. I had 2 more downs to go. So I didn't stop the game or nothing. I could have sworn it was a contusion. Didn't say nothing. But then 10 minutes later, like, I couldn't move my arm, which was weird. So, yeah, and that ended my season. But, yeah, man, but outside of that, like, you hate to see anybody go down, man. So, hopefully the Sixers can stay healthy, man, because they gotta that starting lineup with Al Horford and Embiid and Ben Simmons and Richardson and Tobias Harris, that's a formidable lineup, man. And who's going to beat that team in the East? It can't be Milwaukee, because the Greek Freak and Ben Simmons basically are very similar in a way where they're not going to hurt you from the outside. So then after that, you lose Brogdon, which was, if you're a Bucks fan, like, that's crazy. That's a crazy loss right there. He's balling too, by the way. Like, he had a couple good games already for Indiana, and that loss, man. That, like, I don't think they can recover that. recover from that. Shout out for the Boston Celtics though, because they did lose Al Horford and they did not look good against Philadelphia in the opener, but they've won it. They've been undefeated at home since then. They're 4-1. They're right behind Philly right now. The Miami Heat with Jimmy Butler, and everybody's like, "Hey man, why is Jimmy going to Miami? He's going for the money. He's going for them dollars, man. He ain't trying to win. He's not a baller. He's not trying to be a champion." Well, guess what? Miami is 5-1. Miami's 5-1 right now, man. I know it's early. Like, things can change. But they're 5-1. And they got good ball players over there, man. Justice Winslow. It's a good ball player, man. Very complete. Very complete as a ball player. You gotta watch out for the Miami Heat, man. They got Dragic over there. It's a good team. So, shout out to the champion Raptors, the defending champs, for being 4-2 right now, for continuing to show you that we're not just Kawhi. All right, we got Marc Gasol, former Defensive Player of the Year. All right, we got Kyle Lowry, perennial All-Star. We got Siakam, up-and-coming player, champion. Serge Ibaka, proven vet, very good basketball player. Protects the rim. Van Fleet's turning into a very good player. These guys are champions, man. I like what the Raptors are doing right now, man. 4-2. They're looking good, man. But then the rest of the East, man, that East, boy, I tell you, that's not. It's just. After you get past now if you got Philadelphia, the Heat, the Celtics, the Bucks, and the Raptors. After that, you got a whole bunch of mediocre teams, and that I don't care to watch. I'm not gonna be real with you. I don't got a lot of time on my hands. I'm not trying to watch the rest of the East after that. I think it's boring. It stinks. It is the conferences are lopsided, man. Very lopsided. There's only 5 winning teams in the Eastern Conference right now. That stinks. It stinks. All 8 teams that would reach the playoffs right now, if you're in the West, have winning records. Winning records. Shout out to the Timberwolves for finally, at least for right now, early in the season, showing some promise. Showing promise. It's the first time. The combination of Wiggins and the cat, Karl Anthony Towns, it's finally looking good, man. I mean, he's suspended right now for getting tapped out by Ben Simmons. Y'all see that video? You see the video? This dude tapped out, man. He tapped out. Ben Simmons put him in the hold. He tapped out. The NBA said, hey, Ben Simmons was the peacemaker. Almost put that brother to sleep. He tapped out. He didn't want the sauce. Not with Embiid. and darn sure not with Ben Simmons, right? Not with Ben Simmons, because Ben Simmons was about to put that brother to sleep. He had to tap out. I had enough, ref. It's like a Royal Rumble in that joint. Philly. But yeah, the Minnesota Timberwolves are finally looking good after so many years of disappointment. The Clippers. I mean, we know who the Clippers are, and we're just. I'm honestly, I'm just waiting for Paul George to get back in the building, man. We got to get Paul George to really evaluate this basketball team, because Kawhi's on some weird stuff, man. This load management stuff. Like, I watched basketball in the 80s. I watched basketball in the 90s, like, and in the 2000s. Like, I'm used to tough-minded, strong-minded individuals. And not to say Kawhi is not, because he is. That brother is tough as nails. But come on, this load management, man. Play some basketball, man. People buy tickets. They spend all kinds of money. I go to a lot of basketball games, yo. And stuff costs. All right? It costs money to go to these games. That's why you got to appreciate these legends, man. Appreciate Jordan. Jordan rarely missed games. He's in his final season at 39 and 40 years old. This brother played all 82 games. All of them. All 82 games. At 40 years old. averaging over 20 a night. If I ain't the GOAT, I don't know who he is, man. These basketball players, man, they gotta show up for these fans, man. At the end of the day, it's a business, and fans they spend a lot of money, and they take their families, their hard-earned paychecks. Do you know what people gotta do to get money these days? People do all kinds of stuff, man, they don't want to do. But they want to show their family a good time, so they take their family to the NBA basketball games. And nobody wants to hear your load management, man. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that. That's why the players like Kobe, man, that played through injury. Kobe was always injured, man. Always, but he played. He played. This man was a finals MVP with a broken finger and a dead knee. He led the league in scoring with a torn ligament in his shooting thumb. Respect the greats, man. And Kawhi is great. He's going to go down as one of the greatest. Whether it's top 15, top 10, top 20. I mean, and when you get into like top 10s and top 15s, top 25, like these players are close, man. Like, it's comparable. It's very comparable. Very comparable to compare these players, man. Like, even like I have my. Let's get into that. I have my own greatest players list. My own greatest players list. All right, and it's been the same for about, I want to say, since 2016. It's been the same players so far, right? And right now, the way that list is going, the only one that's moving is LeBron. He's in that list. So at number 10, all right, got Julius Erving, Dr. J. Number 10, greatest player of all time. This man owned the NBA. He was the ABA, right? He was the ABA. He owned the ABA, the marquee player. People try to be like, oh, he was 2 champions in the ABA. That is, it's a professional league. Dr. J, man. Give props to the doc. I mean, he changed basketball in ways that you guys, the younger people, that just don't understand. What Michael Jordan is, what LeBron is right now, that was Dr. J. So I got Dr. J number 10. 3-time champion, 2 in the ABA, 1 in the NBA. NBA MVP. Between the ABA and the NBA, he scored 30,000 points. Countless highlights, took the game from a floor game into the air, and really birthed players like Michael Jordan and your Vince Carters and stuff like that took the game to the air. I mean, he played with such jazz and poetry. Dr. J he's number 10 for me. Number 9, we give it to Wilt Chamberlain, man. This man has records that will never be touched. 2-time champion, MVP, led the league in assists. I mean, his scoring. He has crazy scoring at 50. He scored 50 points a night. One season, that same season, he scored 100 points. It's never be broken. Wilt the Stilt, man. One of the greatest of all time, not just on the court, but off the court. This man slayed 20,000. I'm not even going to get into that, but he slayed 20,000 humans, if you know what I'm talking about. He back in his day, that's what he used to talk about, man. So Wilt Chamberlain, one of the best on and off the court. Wilt the Stilt, man. And then we got number. Let's go. We're number 8 right now, and definitely the greatest winner of all time. That's Bill Russell, man. That's 11 titles, 13 years. His last 2 titles that he won as a player, he was also the coach. Even in this final game, man, just to beat the Lakers with a team that was loaded with Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, Elgin Baylor. Beat those guys in the game 7. Just motivated his guys, man, and greatest winner of all time, 11 rings. I mean, enough said. Probably the greatest defensive player of all time. We got Bill Russell, number 8. Number 7, we got Shaq. Shaq Diesel. nobody can check that man. He just throw you around like rag dolls. I mean, but he was more than just catch the ball, dunk. This man had moves. This man could dribble the basketball. This man had a whole game, man. He was his size. We'll never see somebody his size running but down the floor. That type of agility. I mean, this guy was disgustingly good, and he went through that run between 2000 and 2002 might be one of the greatest runs we'll ever see a player have. He was the most dominant player of all time. Much like Will Chamberlain, you basically had to change rules for this cat. So, the combination with Kobe Bryant, Shaq was nasty, man. So, let's go into number 6, and it's Kareem, man. I mean, Kareem with the three. I mean, he just got wins at every level, multiple titles in high school, and then you got the 3 titles at UCLA. Was the best player in the 70s. Wins the title with the Bucks. Then the Lakers draft Magic Johnson. He wins 5 more. Was a final MVP in '85. This man's sky hooked the greatest shot in basketball. Definitely. I mean, if this is my list, but if anybody wants to say like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the greatest ball player, I'm not gonna. There's nothing really I'm not gonna say no, because this man has accomplished the greatest scorer in NBA history, the most points ever. Probably won't be broken. So now we're in the top 5, man, and we got Larry Bird, who is stupendous. Was the baddest man in the planet from like 84 to 86, 3 MVPs in a row, 3 titles. Led the Boston Celtics against those crazy Laker teams, those Showtime Laker teams. The 80s was crazy. Him and Magic Johnson saved basketball from what was like basically a bunch of drug addicts playing basketball to to what it is today, man. Like they really like yeah, everybody remembers Michael Jordan, but Magic and Bird saved the league and it made it possible for Michael Jordan to get to his greatness. So Larry can shoot from anywhere on the court. He would tell you what he would do and do it to you. He was tough as nails, man. He would get on your skin. He was unstoppable. I mean, he wasn't the quickest man on feet, but that man can just make timely steals, and he's just his IQ. It was just crazy. So Larry Bird, definitely number 5. Number 4, I got LeBron, and we know what LeBron is, man. He's still going, man. This dude could be number 2 at the end of the day. Right now, he's still going, and he's active, and we know what LeBron brings to the table. He's the greatest small forward of all time. The title that he won in Cleveland to come back 3-1, never been done before. He is still coasting, so I expect him to keep going up that ladder, man. So number 4, I got LeBron James. Number 3, I got Kobe Bryant. Kobe has a 3-peat under his belt, a repeat, been to the finals 7 times, has 2 times he went to the finals 3 times in a row, 15 All-NBAs, first team, 9 All-NBA defensive, scored 81 points in the game, scored 62 and 3/4, scored 55 and one half, scored 42 and 1/2 against Michael Jordan. This guy fills up the buckets like no other, most skilled player ever to play the game. Definitely a clone of Michael Jordan, but expanded it because he had a better handle and could shoot farther out from the rim. I mean, we see Steph Curry shooting shots basically half court, but then Kobe was extending that range way before Steph Curry, man. So definitely that Mamba mentality. He always played hard. He wasn't a likable guy, man, but just so skilled. His footwork was crazy. Defensively, he brought it on each end, and went out with 60 points on his final game, which has never been done before in dramatic fashion. It was like watching a title game. Number 2, Magic Johnson. As we're finishing up here, Magic Johnson, the greatest point guard in NBA history. 5 titles in the 80s, 9 trips to the finals. Helped along with Larry Bird, saved the NBA. Nobody has never ran a team the way Magic Johnson has ran a basketball team. The greatest point guard of all time, 6'9", can see over the defense, can score the basketball. Just his rookie Game 6 NBA Finals 1980 with Kareem hurt, 42-15 and 7 as a rookie. One of the best players of all time, Magic Johnson, man. And number 1, Michael Jordan, the GOAT. Highest scoring average in NBA history, highest scoring average in the playoffs. So skilled, best defensive player as a guard of all time. He had a different leaping ability. This guy can fly pretty much. Took basketball worldwide. Everybody's still wearing his shoes now, and most of y'all haven't even seen this man play, but everybody's wearing his shoes. That's how iconic this guy is. 6 titles in 6 tries, 2 3-peats in 8 years. That is disgustingly good. So yeah, that's my top 10, y'all. So we're about to end this, man. Got VGM coming up. Some great video game music. Get that nostalgia back, man. Get you guys thinking about how it was back in the day, man. So you're going to get some great music coming up for the next 2 hours as we pass it off to that great show. It's the Yack, man. Thank you guys for listening. Again, you're listening to WRML Radio. Mays Landing, New Jersey. 107.9. Atlantic Cape Community College. Always catch all our shows on WRMLradio.org as we run live. Can't hear us on the radios? Check us out online. VGM is up next, y'all. I'm out of here. Yack.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Em, and this is Sports Yack. So basically, we're going to be talking all sports all the time. Make sure you subscribe, comment, like, share, all that. We want to hear from you. We want to see you. We want to interact. And we're looking forward to everything. So tune in.